welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder as we take a look today at Julien Lambert, one of the coolest French commanders out there, but also the last one that we missed when we first started covering the French commanders. So he has some interesting things going on here. So another one that could lead French buccaneers, but also Caribbean militia. So you got two force choices here, and he's got a lot of great things going on. So weapon-wise, we can go with the brace of pistols and standard melee weapon, or we could go with the buccaneer and standard melee weapon, buccaneer gun, and then that would actually let us also still take a pistol, single pistol as a sidearm. So, you know, we can basically have a choice between two weapons or three, although with the brace, of course, we get those certain advantages that those provide us in the sense that we're not going to need to reload. Now, we do get the superlative 16-inch command range, although he's only a 25-point commander, so we're not getting that awesome third command point, but nonetheless, 2 is still plenty good here. So he has only 2 special rules, but 2 very good ones. And really both kind of synergize very nicely, right? So very inspiring. So basically anybody in his command range that fails a rally test gets a free reroll. So freebies are always fantastic in this game where the action economy is always at a premium, right? We will always take advantage of getting any free actions essentially and getting that free reroll without having to expend any other resources or additional actions. So with that 16-inch command range too, we can cover plenty of territory. So no worries there. So the only thing that'll let us down is just having the 2 instead of the 3 command points. But nonetheless, that's where getting those rerolls comes in handy. So that really, with, let's say we issued 2 different rally orders, that's potentially, a free reroll on each of those for those different units. Good stuff there. The other one, which we see a fair bit, but again, goes really well with this idea of keeping the force without fatigue and just optimized as much as possible without, having chances of breaking, running away, and things like that, and just keeping, again, the force in the fight for as long as possible. So very inspiring, does a great job of that. Lead by example is another fantastic one. So basically, should his unit wipe out an enemy unit, and we could, again, be using our command points to hopefully soften up an enemy force or an enemy unit before our own unit actually engages and shoots them or whatever it might be, maybe close combat. But when his unit wipes out an enemy unit, every single unit in the force gets to remove a point of fatigue. So when you think about that, and especially if you have a lot of units, maybe you have like that 1 or 2 points of fatigue built up already, right? Getting his unit to do that and then maybe triggering that multiple times throughout the game is just so many free removals of fatigue that really, if you think about all the separate actions that would often require, that again just really jacks up the action economy with this guy. So if you're doing everything right with him, really you can have a force that should almost always be pretty well clean of fatigue, and just getting that over and over again. So if you really can do it right in the force, he's going to be pretty nasty with that. The other option that he gets at the bottom end here, which is always cool, again, one of the neat things with Blood and Plunder is just the sheer amount of factions. Some factions and little twists and variations you can have on them, but then when you bring in a certain commander, you get even more choices. So he has another unorthodox force list, or a list modifier rather, a force led by him. And again, keep in mind he has 2 options there, Caribbean militia and buccaneers, so 2 different forces that we can now bring this special rule into as well. But basically he can take flibustiers as core units instead of special. So if you think about that, really powerful ability there. So if flibustiers are one of the best French units, right? So getting just more and more of those, and really getting a superlative shooting unit for the French, just all around great unit in either case. Getting more of them, since we can take them as core now, really will change the dynamic of that Caribbean militia list and also the buccaneer list. And then just factoring in again what his special rules and abilities here really will do for those forces. So definitely an interesting commander that presents a lot of great options for 2 of the different forces that we have here. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you've run Lambert and how you feel that he does, whether you've run him in militia or buccaneers. Let us know where you think he fits in better. And be sure to comment, like, subscribe. We'll have more Blood and Plunder for you soon as we now wrap up the French and get back to covering other factions. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.